You have to have toughness. What does it take to break you? I don't care what circumstance you're faced with. What does it take to break your focus, to make you give in? You're tired or you don't feel like giving effort or finishing the play like you should. I'm not saying it's our goal to try to break you. It's just the way it is in football. It's going to be difficult. You're getting yourself ready to play at a high level. And just because you got beat on the last play, that can't affect the next play. That's breaking you. Your frustration is breaking you. What does it take to break you?
We should help others. We should serve other people all the time. You cannot be a leader and affect other people if you're not willing to serve other people. Think of our lives as every day we should appreciate the opportunity that we have to accomplish and affect something. Earn this. Everybody made all these sacrifices for you to live. Go live a good life. Be a good father. Help other people. Accomplish something of significance. Make a difference. That would be my message to everybody here. Make a difference and help everybody's spirit in a positive way. God bless you and roll tide.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992, winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, voted the SEC Player of the Year, and was drafted by the Green Bay Packers, also seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. He is the winningest quarterback in Alabama history, 35-2-1, member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is Lars Anderson, New York Times best-selling author, 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated, and professor at the University of Alabama. Live from the AVX studios in Birmingham, Alabama, The Jay Barker Show.
I'm waiting on my text here. We're live from Sunny King Ford, and we're going to be here until 2 o'clock today. And we got Matt Coulter back in the studios at AVX. Antonio Langham is going to be joining us right here at our On the Spot AVX studio, live from Sunny King Ford, Oxford, Anniston. And again, this is on the sunny side of the street. Definitely today, beautiful outside, and we're shooting back for the YouTube channel. As you see the old model car there, that's the one Matt Coulter would have drove back in the day when he was interviewing a lot of different players around the SEC. But let's welcome in Matt's going to be joining us. We got Tony Kurre, and also down at our Tide 100.9 FM flagship station, Lars Anderson, down today as he is each and every Tuesday. So let's go to Matt Coulter first in AVX. Matt, how are you holding it down there in Birmingham?
Oh, everything's just great. That's pretty funny, though, that Model T. I drove.
Yeah.
By the way, is that Big Al over your right shoulder that I see on BamaInsider?
It might be.
You see it is. There
yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah, we brought props today.
All is good. I don't know what direction you guys want to start this morning, but I just want to say real quick, the Peyton Manning, Eli Manning show that runs adjacent to Monday Night Football is just fabulous, even when Marshawn Lynch drops an F-bomb. But I don't know if y'all had a chance to watch it last night, but when they had Drew Brees on, oh, gee, that's like having Jay Barker in the studio giving you play-by-play.
Yeah, it was great because Eli, early on, he was, a lot of different calls he would make. And then, Peyton, both those guys. I mean, it's such a great broadcast. I think for guys that's either played the game, been in the business, and even not played the game or been in the business of broadcasting or been around sports, I think you enjoy the back and forth and then the difference in just not having a play-by-play type scenario, I guess. and that may not do well with the broadcaster in you, Matt, but the thing that they're able to do is kind of predict, kind of look at things a little bit differently, and they see things. Last night on the goal line there at the end, when Jameis Winston had that tight end screen, Eli saw it immediately. He said, "Oh, he just missed the tight end screen." It took, I think, Drew and Peyton another look in order to see it themselves. But just shows you, just how quickly that things happen and how those guys can see things. But I just love the interaction, Lars, that they have between each other. I mean, I think you expect it with brothers who've been around each other for their entire lives, but it's really a really cool show. And the people they bring on, as you talked about Marshawn Lynch and others throughout the season, in order to kind of get their take and get their opinion. We really haven't seen that style of content, maybe even since early Monday Night Football, when they used to have a lot more celebrities on that were actually part of the broadcast.
Yeah, to me, this is going to have a ripple effect, I think, well into the future, and it's much more enjoyable from my perspective to watch Eli and Peyton, especially, just go back and forth. They're so quick-witted. They have such a great history with one another. They're both incredibly smart. They have so much football knowledge. And they see things on the field that simply the color analysts just aren't bringing up for whatever reason. And from now on, and I said this after the very first Monday night game, I'm going to watch Peyton and Eli every single week. And Matt, I love that Model T back there, because I think that's what you drove when you went to interview Red Grange. And I use some of those transcripts in my book, The First Star, which is right next to you in the AVX studio. But so this is how fickle gambling is on football. So it's third and a little bit, and New Orleans is favored by 5.5. It's a tie game, and Jameis Winston has a wide receiver wide open in the end zone, and he throws the ball, and the ball just gets barely tipped by a defensive lineman. And if that ball doesn't get tipped, Saints cover. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. Ball gets tipped, so they kick a field goal. Saints don't cover. They win the game, but they don't cover. And it's just it's maddening as a it seems to happen a lot. And by the way, Matt, you told me to take the Saints. You are officially 0 for 5 in your advice to me. And I'm keeping.
And what does that make you?
I'm keeping. It makes me 0 for 5 as well. It makes me.
Okay.
It makes me.
It makes you also bad at taking advice.
Yes, correct. But it was Seattle. So I think they're toast already. They're 2-5. Geno Smith just looked lost all night. I thought the game plan for Seattle was horrific. The coaches basically said, "Hey, let's try to keep it close into the fourth quarter." Well, what is that? I mean, you don't get your quarterback in rhythm, and then Jay, suddenly you're down late, and you're asking Geno Smith, who has done nothing other than complete one ball to DK Metcalf in the first half for an 84-yard touchdown, which was all DK Metcalf. You're asking him to lead sort of a last-minute drive down the field, and they had no shot. And I'm wondering, the trade deadline is Tuesday, and Russell Wilson, I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be out with his injury, but Seattle's season is already over. And Wilson expressed displeasure with Seattle in the offseason. And I'm wondering if his agent behind the scenes isn't going to be trying to work out a trade before the trade deadline to a quarterback needy team. And I mean, I know his cap hit is just incredibly high. It's like $26 million next year. It would be in dead money. So it'd be hard to pull it off, just the logistics of it. But you got to wonder about Russell Wilson's future in Seattle. And also you have to wonder about Pete Carroll. How much longer is Pete Carroll going to be there? I think he arrived in 2010. He's, I believe, the oldest coach in the NFL. And I'm sorry, I think he's right behind Bruce. I think Bruce Arians is a little bit older at 69. But I don't know, Jay. I mean, what are your thoughts just on the state of Seattle Seahawks football right now, sitting there at 2-5?
Yeah, not what we expected, and not from a Pete Carroll team, and not from Russell Wilson coming back the way that I think a lot of people thought. And with his injury now, and I think last night again, just not able to get the plays done. And look, Jameis is also, I think, if you look at the offense that Drew Brees ran, I think people have to look at it now and go, okay, wait, was it a lot of the system, or was it a lot of the quarterback? And look, the system makes the quarterback. And with things that Jameis has done this year. He missed a few throws yesterday or last night, but you could tell that Sean Payton, he stays on him. He's pretty tough on him. He was hard on him after that. He missed that tight end screen. He's like, man, you got to keep backing up. You got to get some room and get that ball to the tight end. He had 4 blockers with 2 defenders that would have gone into the end zone, but. Yeah, I think Seattle right now has got a lot of looking at what they need to do personnel wise and other things in order to improve this team as the year goes on if they want to be in any type of contention. All right, I want to remind you we've got Antonio Langham. I don't know if you see him walking. He was walking around the back earlier. He got this camouflage pants on today. I love that. And we'll talk about that as much more. Matt Coulter back at AVX down at our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM. We got Lars Anderson, and we're here live at Sunny King Ford. We'll tell you about some of the great deals they've got going on. Don't forget, we are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Get out, see Mark Grenier, all the great folks at Top Golf. You'll absolutely love it. It is the bowling of this generation, and they got great food, great fun for your family, friends, and coworkers. You'll absolutely love Top Golf of Birmingham. And again, driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford and Anniston. Come see Tony Russell and all the great folks. Come see Max at Sunny King Ford. Max right beside me right here. All right, we'll be back. Stay with us live from Sunny King Ford in our AVX On the Road studio.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
In a collision, easy decision. One name, one firm, one call. Ms. Reno.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being hit by an 18-wheeler. He got me $875,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being T-boned on McFarland. He got me $125,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after my fender bender. He got me $50,000.
One name, one call, one firm. Ms. Reno.
No representations made that quality legal services to be performed is greater than quality legal services performed by other lawyers.
But we have a truck leaving with a big order on Tuesday.
Tina's floor manager retired, leaving her tortilla factory flat out.
What do you mean she's on a silent retreat?
She must fill the role and all those orders.
I'm gonna oversee production.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Has the pandemic affected your business? Even with more and more customers going online in the past 5 years, online business has grown greatly due to the pandemic. Now more than ever, it's important to have a strong online presence so that customers can find your business and products easily. That's where Townsquare comes in to help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis to see how your business stands up to the competition. And if you're one of the first to sign up, you'll get $500 in free advertising on this radio station. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABEL.com.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
Van the Boogman here, inviting you to shop the great selection of Carhartt products at both locations of Irving's. We have many styles of Carhartt logo tees, as well as some new colors in both Carhartt loose fit, heavyweight pocket tees, and the ever ever popular Force Relax Fit midweight tees in both long and short sleeves. Irvin's also has a nice selection of Carhartt hoodies for both men and women. While shopping at Irvin's, don't forget to check out all the new Carhartt caps and beanies in great new colors that you're sure to love. So remember, Carhartt at Irvin's, and tell them Van the Bootman sent you.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
But a beautiful day today. A sunny sky. Tuscaloosa's high 71. Fair and cool tonight, below 46. Tomorrow, increasingly cloudy. Rain returns late tomorrow night, the high 72. Thursday, cloudy and cooler. Rain likely much of the day, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 64 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
From left to right, we move right to left. Here's Brady's pass. Caught ball. Touchdown, Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fire the cannons. Where are you?
That's a great catch, and now it's the 600th, but it's a great job. It's a slant route, and it's man-to-man coverage, and Tom Brady sticks it on his body, and Mike Evans took a big hit immediately, but was able to hang on to the football, and that's a big one.
20-0, but for another touchdown off a Chicago Bears turnover. 600 touchdown passes for Tom Brady.
All right, welcome back in. Sunny Peak Ford, and we're live here at Oxford, Anniston, and Antonio Langham now with us as well. And Antonio, you might need to pull this way just here, just so you get in the camera right there so people can see you. Look at those camouflage pants. I love those, man. Where'd you get those?
Master P.
Where?
Or Master P.
Master P?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to be at Sunday King till 2 o'clock today, and also we'll try to get Tony on. He doesn't normally want to come on. Look at you. Already shaking your head. Hey, we got Tony Kurre back in the studio with us now at AVX. He's with us each and every Tuesdays with Tony, and Tony also now the Tony Kurre Radio Network and also KCAST Radio. Tony, how you doing, my man? Good to see you. Good to hear you.
Doing fine, brother. How are you? Let me see those pants, Antonio. Want to see them?
Stand up.
Let him see the
I'll
pants.
show you my pants if you show me your pants.
Soldier
Come on,
today.
Antonio.
Master P,
Come on,
I got
Antonio.
on
Show us your
Tony.
pants.
Yeah, baby.
Now
There
let
you
the
go.
CDs, baby.
There
Make
you
them
go.
say, nah.
Love it. Love it. Tell everybody about KCAST Radio and Tony Kurre Radio Network real quick before we get going. Just what you guys got going on.
Yeah, we started Classic Rock Station a couple of years ago, Jane. Thanks for asking. It's called the Tony Kurre Radio Network. The KCAST Radio app is up. It'll be changing the Tony Kurre Radio Network app in just the next few weeks. And starting next week, we have several new shows. We're going to be doing Dark Side of the Pooch, which is the veterinarian show. We're also going to be doing a show with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top and Austin Hanks called The Blues Almighty. We have the Damon Johnson Show. Of course, Damon currently on tour with Leonard Skinner. His first show is going to be about the first 6 or 7 Leonard Skinner songs that he can play whenever he's on stage. And we also have a hip-hop show, and we're also going to be doing a show with one of our proud sponsors called Adapt or Perish, which is kind of a dark, medial type of high-tech show what we'll be doing on our shows as well. So it's super exciting stuff, and we'll be kicking up in a couple of days, late next week, probably more than likely, on the Tony Kurre Radio Network. So get some really unique programming.
Awesome.
I'm super excited to be here, man.
Well, tell everybody, or I guess as far as the weekend, Alabama, how'd you celebrate the Alabama over Tennessee victory? There we go. And also, what'd you think about some of the NFL games since you're a big NFL guy? Cincinnati Bengals, man, get it done.
Yeah, the Bengals look good. First of all, if Lars is still there, man, some sour grapes on the Seattle Seahawks. He's mailing in the entire season already, 7 games into the year. They're 2-5. He's got the coach being fired. He's got Russell Wilson going. for God's sakes, they're playing 17 games, man. They could still finish 12-5.
You think the Seahawks are finishing
Beetle-
12-5 after what you saw last night?
Well, we know Russell Wilson's coming back. I mean, he said, heck, he would have played last night if he possible. But we've only played 7 games into the season. They won a couple of games. And I know a bad beat will do that to you because I had the Tennessee Volunteers plus 26 on Saturday.
Well,
and when I turned it off with 13 minutes left, they were down by 7. I was circling the game, so I felt pretty good about that game. So I know all about bad beats, but goodness gracious, you got Pete Carroll gone, you got Russell Wilson gone, you got the 12th man leaving. I mean, what do you got going on there?
What did the Seahawks have on defense? They got Bobby
Well,
Wagner.
we
They got
know
an
this defense-
aging. They got an aging linebacker. They have no D line. They have decent safeties. Jamal Adams on offense. No O line. No running back. Their 2 best players are Lockett and DK Metcalf. Look, this team has gotten old overnight, and
they gave up 13 points last night. They gave up 13 points
Against
last
a
night to
really-
the New Orleans squad. I know it's not Drew Brees' team, but I mean, it's Jameis Winston. He's been in there. And by the way, I talked to Anthony last night, his dad, and his dad is super pumped and really happy about the trajectory of his son's future with the New Orleans Saints. But you're talking about a team that last year, obviously, about 10 games into the season, was slated to be the worst defense in the National Football League history. In the last 6 games, they were one of the best. And now we're starting to see them regress a little bit. And obviously with new faces and draft picks and everything else coming in, but that's what the defensive coordinators need to do. And I'm not going to say they're going to be the worst defense in the world, but to sit there and write off Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll, after you start a season 2-5, hell, the Cincinnati Bengals wouldn't have a coach if they did that every year.
Hang on, I gotta throw a flag here. Here's 2 guys that love the Bengals arguing about the Seahawks. What? Huh?
Well, the
Come on,
Bengals are in first place, and we expect that with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, the Bengals right now the
Bengals.
The Bengals will be the top seed in the AFC if the playoffs started today. Let's just
And
start the
again,
playoffs
you're wanting
today.
to fire everybody off the Seattle Seahawks after 7 games, and now you're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals being the top seed in the AFC in 7 games. Let's pump the brakes a little bit, all right? Joe Burrow looked fantastic. The pocket looked wonderful. His offensive line is playing out of their brains, but it's 7 games into the season. Baltimore had a bad game. Lamar, it's 7 games this season. Let's pump our brakes. Let's just get into the playoffs. We'll see what happens.
Jamar Chase, he has more receiving yards after 7 games than any player in NFL history. And you're right. Joe Burrow, not even playing at 100%, has just looked fantastic. So I'm a very happy.
And this is
Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Jamar Chase, who had so many drops in the preseason. I mean, in the preseason games, my son is a fantasy football guru, right? And I play him every year, and he smokes me. And I took Jamar Chase. He's like, "You're crazy. This kid cannot hold on to the football. He cannot catch a football. That guy is going to be setting some NFL records this year. He's unbelievable."
Yeah, and I'd like to get Antonio's your take on Jamar Chase and just looking at just the type of receiver that he is. I mean, pretty big guy, strong, runs great routes, and what for Joe Burrow to have, and Lars and I were talking about this last night, for him to have that connection and that chemistry that they had in college, to be able to bring that to the NFL, and it's very rare to have that ability to do that. To where you have that kind of comfort with a guy that you spend a lot of time with.
It's very rare that you end up getting a guy on your team that you play with, that you're comfortable with, and for him to be fortunate enough to be able to get Jamar Chase to be on the team. He knows Jamar knows him, and they have that connection. Now, the problem is Joe Burrow is going to have to find him someone else to be comfortable with too, because now Jamar Chase is going to start being doubled a lot, and going to be bracket situations put on him, some kind of high-low situations where they're going to start playing 2-man on him with a man underneath, safety over the top. So he's going to have to find him another receiver to get comfortable with, because
they got T. Higgins, and they have
when they're not throwing to T. Higgins.
They got Tyler Boyd, and they got CJ Uzoma.
Yeah, their tight end was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the tight end's good. Yeah, but you double Jamar, and somehow you get you a good guy that can cover the tight end. Who else is he gonna go to? And don't seem like he's been using the other ones.
No, he's been going to Jamar. You're exactly right,
Yeah.
and it's worked out pretty well. I mean, Jamar just toasted the best corner in the league, Humphrey out of Alabama, and lit him up for over 200 yards. So You're right.
I sure hope his dad is not listening. I hope his dad is not listening. If his father listens, you're going to have a lot of problems when he see you. I just want to let you know.
Hey, the numbers don't lie.
Hey, and the dad is not happy when you say that either. So I'm just letting you know.
Hey, he's the highest paid corner. He's the highest paid corner in the NFL.
Yeah, and he's in Tuscaloosa today, so you know.
I know. I got
to
to keep my head down.
Listen, ultimately, the
Well, you
problem the
better.
Cincinnati Bengals have had for about 100 years is because their line play and their offensive line. When they had the Anthony Munozes and all those guys, I mean, this was a team that made the playoffs with the likes of Boomer Esiason and Kenny Anderson. And now that they've got that line play and they've gotten some cohesiveness on the offensive line, you saw that pocket. They were rushing 3, they rushed 2, they rushed 4, they rushed 6. He had a nice, clean pocket all night long, man. And Jay will tell you that if you're going to draft, you draft line play first. When you have a strong defensive and offensive lines, you have great playmakers that can find time to go even to your third receiver. In this particular case, Jamar's first, second, and third, and he's getting it done.
All right, Mike Evans. We brought it out. Josh Plady coming out. We didn't even really hit on it, but he gave up the ball, the 600th touchdown pass of Tom Brady. I mean, did he not? I mean, I guess it just didn't hit him at the time. I don't know, because he had it, and then Tom really didn't ask for it, and then he went over and handed it to the fan, and then they come down and ask, and I guess they're going to give him some good stuff in return for returning the ball. But have you ever had a situation like that happen where that you wanted to keep something, whether it be an interception ball or any type of memorabilia that you weren't able to get back after giving it to somebody else giving it away?
No, I haven't experienced that, but I'm upset with who had the football.
I am too.
I wouldn't have given it back. I mean, not for no $1,000 worth of in-store credit. No.
Yeah.
Let me sleep on this for a little while. Add a couple more zeros behind that, and then I'll give it back to you.
It has a market
for $1,000 worth of in-store credit.
Antonio, you're right. It has a market value, and I looked this up this morning of $500,000 based on other balls.
Gracious.
And so he got 2 signed jerseys from Tom Brady. He got a signed jersey from Mike Evans. He got Mike Evans game cleats and $1,000 credit from the Tampa Bay Bucks store, and then season tickets for the rest of this year and next year. And he could have held on to the ball and probably gotten $500,000 at an auction. Not a good move.
Who would have? What do you feel? Oh, now you're a Chicago Bears fan. I can see you holding on to
he'd
the.
receive 1 Bitcoin, valued at $62,000.
Tony, what would you have done with that ball?
No, I mean, you're a fan. He would have gotten torched out in the parking lot as a Patriot or as a Tampa Bay fan if he had not given that football back. And did you see the kid's face? The kid was crying. He was so happy that he got $1,000 credit and got of course, the cryptocurrency stuff came afterwards. But he did what a fan's supposed to do. You're not supposed to hold the football hostage, for God's sakes.
You know what?
You give the football back. Now, if I was a Chicago's Bears fan, I'm leaving. And I'm telling you right now, holding a $500,000 ball and a nice cool Budweiser probably in my other hand for an entire 3 more quarters, I'm not doing that. I'm leaving the ball game. You're not going to take your kid and say, hon, we have to split. We have a $500,000 football. You give it back.
Tony, I agree 100%. The other members of this panel are the kind that catch a foul ball right next to a little kid and keep it.
Thank you.
And not give it to the kid.
Exactly.
You have certain rights as a fan.
Yeah, exactly. Throw it back.
After he autographed it, yes.
You're not what?
I'm not trying to catch the foul ball. No way. I'm ducking anyway. So
no, what he should have done, is you got the ball. You understand the significance of it, and you get the heck out of Dodge. You leave the stadium because you are carrying $500,000. I mean, I'm sure he didn't understand that at the time.
I think I would have given it back.
$500,000
because I would have thought
that's life-changing money. That's life-changing money.
Yeah, but it's
we don't know if this guy already has a job where he's making $3 or $4 million, right?
He did have good. He did
Jerry
have good
Jones
tickets.
says the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys owner, said the same thing y'all did. I would have held on to it until it got to its absolute pinnacle. Then I would have sold. You guys are like Jerry Jones. That make you feel good?
Yeah, he's done pretty well.
Yeah,
and
you know where he's from?
It for him from
Arkansas.
You don't think
That's
Tom
right.
Brady can
Like
spare $500,000?
Oh yeah. I mean, you
Why
know,
don't you
and
ask
the thing is, the
season of
guy didn't catch the ball. I mean, that's one thing about in Major League Baseball is that if you actually catch the ball or you recover, I mean, the guy came and handed it to him.
It was a gift.
And said, "Here you go." So Mike Evans should have given the $500,000
Seriously.
to Brady.
I would have taken the Tony Romo deal. I would have taken a day with Gisele Bundchen is what I would have done.
That's right. That sounds like it, Tony. I like it. All right, Local Realty.
Plus
great
500 grand.
Great sponsor. That's right. Yeah, great sponsor. Jeremy and they do a terrific job when it comes to helping you out when selling your home. And on the sell side, it's a flat fee, $2,900 flat fee, up to a $500,000 listing. And this family is great team, great people, and they want to help you save money. They know that you've built up the equity in your home, and it's yours. So they want you to keep the most of it. And when it comes to selling your home, you're going to keep a lot. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Local Realty. Go to localrealtyflatfee.com, localrealtyflatfee.com. They have a 5-star rating on Zillow, and they've sold thousands of homes, saved millions of dollars. They want to save you money as well. Keep the equity that you've built up for retirement, education, vacation, you name it. And Local Realty can help you do it. LocalRealtyFlatFee.com is the website. LocalRealtyFlatFee.com for Local Realty. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866 or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
it's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.O.
For McCourt. And now it will be on the Illinois defense to see if they can get a stop. Got it. Penn State to extend the game. Noah King at the goal line. Is he in? Yes!
And get in. They go right in the teeth of the defense. Yeah, I think he gets in, reaching that ball out.
You can see the ball break the plane on the reach before he was down. That was a terrific replay. There's the reach out, falls across the goal line. And we continue. Let's go to the other end of the field. Jet sweep. Isaiah Williams at the goal line. He's in. Illinois got the lead. There's a running wide receiver here.
Jet sweep to the perimeter. Watch Williams. Does he get in? Does the ball cross? Absolutely. The block by Doug Kramer is absolutely incredible. Watch. Climb up. Now watch him shove the defensive tackle.
Brandon Peters at quarterback. Rolls out. Into the end zone. It is caught. Casey Washington's got it. Illinois pulled off the upset.
Watch Washington at the top. Talked about it. Quarterback, if it's not there, number one early on, wait. Let guys create. Look at Washington throw his hand up. He's looking for the tailback in the corner out. It's not there. Peters, just wait a second. Find Washington backside number 3 into a spot where the defense is not. This is a great job by Washington. Throw that hand up. Talk to your quarterback. He gets lost. That's what happens when you wait just a second more.
Thanks for watching.
All right, welcome back in. We're live at Sunny King Ford and on the sunny side of the street, and we'll be here till 2 o'clock today. So drop by, see us, and or come by and see them anytime. They'll help you out when it comes to finding a brand new Ford or used car as well. And Tony Russell, all the great folks here at Sunny King Ford. All right, as we just heard, the 9 overtimes. We'll start with Matt Coulter back at AVX and also with Tony, and then we'll get everybody's kind of thoughts on this. But did you guys like that? The 9 overtimes, the way it was done? I mean, it just seems like, I don't know. The going 2-point conversion, they're trying to reduce the number of plays because of injuries. I think it's probably all just like a legal type of thing. But at the same time, it just doesn't seem like real football.
I think they ought to get the ball to 10 with a fresh set of downs. Just one play, and then they run them so rapidly, one after one after. Somebody's going to get hurt, and it's going to be as a result of playing too much football. And
Illinois' quarterback did get hurt.
Right.
He did,
right.
yeah.
I think it was Lars that said maybe they should consider adopting what the NFL does.
What's amazing to me is they had 9 overtimes and a total of 38 points scored in the game, and I'm like, what in the world? Listen, I remember the Tennessee.
Not score.
I remember the Tennessee game. I forget what it was, 15, 16 years ago, whatever. It went 6 or 7 overtimes. It's fantastic. The fans absolutely love it. The players don't seem to mind it a whole lot. I don't know. This is maybe where the NCAA or when the college bigwigs are trying to get into play. And Jay, to your point, I think it's ridiculous. I love having a 9 overtime game. That sounds wonderful. But then when you hear it's 20-18, you're like, what in the world's going on here? That's kind of strange. But yeah, 2-point conversion after 2-point conversion. Listen, the 2-point conversion is not one of the favorite plays in all of college football. It is if you're trying to tie a particular game up. But I mean, it's a scoring play from the 2 or 2.5 yard line. It's not an exciting play to watch, and I don't want to see it 9 flipping times or 6 different times, as it were, 7 different times, as it were, in overtime. But I loved it when they got it on the 25 because they actually had to score. You would think that perhaps you'd have less plays if you did it the old way as opposed to the new way.
And
I
Antonio,
want to get Antonio's thoughts on that. Yeah, Antonio's thoughts on the NFL rule. I mean, do you like the way college does it now and the way they changed it to the 2-point conversion? Do you think they should have looked at the way the NFL does it now? NFL even changed it to where if you only get 3, you don't win. You get a chance to match that with a field goal. And then after that, whoever scores first wins the game.
We all signed up. We all signed up for football. We know what football is, and we know that the nature of the beast. There's injuries going to happen. I do not like the rule. I do not like the college overtime rule. If I was them, go to the NFL rule. Just play it that way. I mean, we want to protect the players. They're playing football. They know what they signed up for. We all know what we signed up for. Play the NFL rule. I like the NFL rules better. This man, we may mess around and have another game. They play 12 overtime because everybody got to go to a 2-point conversion. I don't like it. I like the NFL rules. The NCAA should look at the NFL rules and play it that way.
I agree. I absolutely hated what transpired in Happy Valley on Saturday, and I know that's in response to the 7 overtime game last year in Baton Rouge, and I mean it was over a 4-hour game. But Antonio, with the NFL rule, and you go an extra 10 minutes, and is the threat of injury that much higher because you're fatigued and it's just been a long 3 hours 45 minutes on the field?
I don't agree with that. The way it's set up now, and all the treatments and all the facilities that they have now, man, to get health and to get these guys well, I don't agree with that. I mean, look, you're playing football. You could get hurt within the 4 quarters. What does that mean? You could be tired going into the 4th quarter and fatigued and get hurt. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. Fix the overtime rules. Go to the NFL rules and play it that way. I don't think an extra 10 minutes is going to hurt them if they want to play. They're young. They're 17 to 21. They fine. They heal a lot faster than you will, Lars, or I will.
And I don't want to be playing 64, 66, 68 minutes in a football game and putting my butt out there for every play and lose on a 2-point conversion. I mean, it's almost like an NHL shootout. I do not want to lose a game on a 2-point conversion. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I love the NFL rule a lot more than I do the college rule.
Championship.
Yeah.
Well, let's start campaign. We're going to change it right now, and Antonio needs to lead the charge because he has the voice of everyone, and also wears his headset. It's funnier than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
And the NFLPA, which might help. All right,
you look like Olivia Newton-John is what you look like.
So
let's get physical, baby.
There you go. Okay, that's just the same way in the birth.
So we were talking earlier about the Bitcoin and all that, everything that the guy got for the ball. The ball is worth now market value at large. You said what, $500,000? Yesterday, a pair of sneakers, or this weekend, of Michael Jordan. Jordan's early in his career sold for $1.4 million at Christie's. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Who knew? I should have saved my my Jordans when
they're game worn.
Oh, I know. But even vintage Jordans.
You should have saved your first typewriter.
Yeah.
That way we could auction it off here pretty soon.
No, Jay, don't you remember? I used papyrus. We've had this discussion before. I used papyrus. That's what Shakespeare wrote on. That's how old I am. I'm even older than Matt Coulter. I think papyrus even predates Matt Coulter.
I used Hyrule.
I'm going out on a limb. I still have my shoes from the SEC championship game. I'm going out on a limb.
Oh man!
I'm going to see what my shoes can bring. Out on the auction block out there. I still have those shoes. I'm going to see.
Let's do it.
From the play that changed college football history. Let's put them up. Let's auction it off for charity.
You have the ball?
Yeah, I still had the ball.
You still got the ball?
I still got the
Is
ball.
everything for so Antonio?
Hey, for the right price. I live the American way. For the right price, I sell.
A true capitalist.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Fully Promoted is helping you. We'll help you with that. Fully Promoted, get your brand out, get your shoes out, as well as the ball from the SC title game. If you struggle with finding new ideas of branding, marketing your business, is your organization trying to find those unique items that people really want and use? And today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out to be noticed. And Fully Promoted offers extensive branding marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They got local experts that specialize putting your logo on all types of stuff, from apparel, team gear, cash, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials. They provide access to samples you can actually touch and feel, and people that are personalized service to assist you with product selection and decoration methods, taking your product and brand to the next level. Give them a call, Fully Promoted today, 205-406-6430, and tell them and mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? I will continue live from Sunny King until 2 p.m. out here today, live at our AVX on remote studio. And we got Lars, Matt Coulter, we got Tony Kurre from KCAST Radio and the Tony Kurre Radio Network, Antonio Langham. I'm Jay Barker. We'll continue. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Don't miss the grand reopening of Tuscaloosa Locksmith and Gunsmith's new location this Saturday from 10 till 2 with food and door prizes. Located at 1605 23rd Avenue, Tuscaloosa.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized.
Mersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech certifiably now.
Someone's waiting in room 2 for an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know that United Healthcare helps connect you to doctors and therapists with 24/7 access to virtual care?
So I could have therapy from my couch?
Yep.
Or a doctor appointment from my car?
If you wanted to.
Wait, you're right. I don't even like when people see me sing in the car. Couch appointment it is.
Virtual visits are just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better health. Learn more at uhc.com. Plan benefits may vary.
You know a spot, but not just a spot, the spot. Actually, with the all-new Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots? Being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-foot of torque.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service, they've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable, they're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
Ask big.
Have you seen our artisan-created diamonds? If you've been in a room with one, you can't miss it.
Tom Osmond from Fincher and Osmond.
It's a diamond like I've never seen.
And he's seen a lot of diamonds.
Ask big.
At Fincher and Osmond, you can put artisan-created diamonds side by side with mined diamonds. When you see it,
more importantly, when she sees it,
FincherandOsmond.com.
McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
What a beautiful day today. A sunny sky. Tuscaloosa's high 71. Fair and cool tonight, the low 46. Tomorrow, increasingly cloudy. Rain returns late tomorrow night, the high 72. Thursday, cloudy and cooler. Rain likely much of the day, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 64 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, welcome back in and live from sunny King Ford. And Antonio Lange with me, and we sit here till 2 o'clock today and in our AVX remote studio. Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Come find a new Ford, and they got a lot of great deals going on right now, and also used cars as well. I know a lot of people are even looking to buy used cars just to have for a lot of it, just inventory when it comes to things. So we got a lot going on here, as well as I know back at the studio, AVX also down at Tide 100.9 FM. Our flagship station is where Lars Anderson is. So we'll get to that. Real quick, e-tax breaks. You've heard me talk about them for small and medium-sized business owners out there. Were you aware that there are additional government stimulus dollars available to your business outside of the PPP loan? If you had employees retain them during the COVID-19 pandemic, there's up to $33,000 cash refund per employee available to you, no matter if you had a financial loss or gain. And they've been doing this for over 23 years. They're tax attorneys and CPAs at e-tax breaks. They've been identifying cash refunds available through more than 3,000 federal and state programs. And they've already recovered $2 billion thus far to date for their clients, and can serve you nationwide as well. The best part, there's no financial risk for you ever. You pay nothing unless they find the credits or refunds for your business, and about 90% of small businesses out there are eligible to take a few minutes to reach out to these guys to see if your business qualifies. Go to etaxbreaks.com or call them at 855-659-1231. That's 855-659-1231, and or etaxbreaks.com is you want to look that up and find out how you can get those refunds as well. etaxbreaks.com. This weekend, and Tony, I'm not sure how long we have with you. I know normally you're with us for 45 minutes, an hour, and I don't know if you have to break away. If you can stay, that's great. But I'd love to get your take on with this weekend's games, kind of where everything is, and looking at Florida, Georgia. You got Auburn, Ole Miss. You've got Michigan, Michigan State. Just kind of give me your big matchup for the weekend.
I haven't really gotten that far, Jay. I'll be honest with you. I'm still kind of looking at the games this past week. But some monster ball games again this week. And of course, we love the word chaos in college football. And I think we've had that so far. And obviously you got a Cincinnati crew that from my home state is still sitting there number 2 in the poll, which I think is going to be really interesting. And I guess the first initial college football playoff polls will be coming out. Was it coming out Sunday or this next week, the week after? So I'll be interested to see where some of those games are. And obviously you saw the Iowas of the world fall off and interesting ball games, but I think things settle out. Usually about this time of the year is when we start seeing the cream start to rise a little bit. I think we'll probably see that. Michigan certainly having a decent season. I think Michigan State's had some off wins this past year. You're mentioning those games. And of course, certainly for the Alabama Auburns and a sad loss for the UAB Blazers, who just got pigeonholed this past week. They get the touchdown late and everyone thinks they won the football game. And there was a holding call on that last play. That's a game that UAB could not afford to lose there at Protective this past week. So a bummer of a loss there for them, but it's been a very interesting year so far for sure.
Tony, as a native of Cincinnati, can you just tell us about the Cincinnati Bearcats and what makes them so good? And do you think they have a legitimate chance to be the first Power 5 team to make it into the playoffs?
I do, and I don't, and I'll tell you why. And by the way, I love Luke Fickell. They love him up there. The one thing that Cincinnati did was they invested in their coaches, and that started with Brian Kelly. Jay and I and Al got a chance to meet him when he had his squad come down here for the Compass Bowl years ago, and I guess it wasn't called the Compass Bowl then. But they invested their coaches. When you have great coaches with great vision, then you can get great recruits, and you can also get those great recruiting tools in order to spend money to get your facilitations up, and that's what Brian Kelly did. So and then Tommy Tuberville was certainly there. You had a host of name brand coaches that came to that organization. Luke Fickell's that guy. I think the only way Cincinnati gets in is because they're going to the Big 12. I think they're going to look at a group of 5 team and go, okay, they're a group of 5 team now, but they will be in the Big 12. And because of that, I think they make it them look see, but I don't expect them to be in the top 4 when that first poll comes out.
It's a great point. You going to stick around with us? You got to take off?
Yeah, I got another 15 minutes, bro.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we'll continue hour number 2, and we're broadcasting live from Sunny King Ford in our AVX remote studio, and we'll be here till 2 o'clock today. Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford and Anniston. Antonio Lingham, I'm Jay Barker, and all the rest of the crew. We'll be back. Stick around. Hour number 2 coming up next.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurants. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and processes are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. And I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see my kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers, and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
Whether it's for lunch or dinner, head out to the Cajun Steamer. It's a New Orleans style joint that serves authentic Cajun and Creole food, cold beer, and great drinks. They are known for their wide array of Cajun classics and original creations prepared in an authentic fashion. This Louisiana kitchen can have you slapping the table for more. Stop by the Cajun Steamer and sign up for your Alabama, LSU, or Auburn fan card. Eat with the Cajun Steamer while your team is on TV and use your fan card to receive a 15% discount on your entire meal. With locations in Hoover, Trustful, Huntsville, and Franklin, Tennessee, they've got you covered. Head out today to the Cajun Steamer.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96th Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too.
But sometimes, extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So, we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. Oh, love that. You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The roots of kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, great Alabama back on top. Fires for the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
Here's a 1-0. And on the ground, Swanson, he's got it to his feet, throw to first. There it is! The Atlanta Braves are going to the World Series.
All right, welcome back in as we are live from Sunny King Ford. We've been here since noon today, and great to be here with Tony Russell and all the great folks here, and Antonio also joining us. Hey, we are presented by Topgolf of Birmingham. Get out to Topgolf today and enjoy Topgolf of Birmingham. It's great for family fun, co-workers. I know a lot of people do, even Antonio did a bachelor party, not for him, but for a friend. Bachelorette parties, banquets, all types of charity events. And Mark Grenier and all the great folks there do such a great job, and it's so much fun. We call it the bowling of this generation. It is. Get out to Topgolf of Birmingham today. Also driven by where we're at today, Sunny King Ford in Oxford Anderson on the sunny side of the street. Come see Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sunny King Ford. And also now by Antonio's Auctions. He's got all of his stuff up for auction that he played at Alabama, and the first bid is coming in from Shane Matthews, who will actually be with us tomorrow at 12:30. No bids coming in from Shane, but he'll be with us tomorrow at 12:30. We'll talk to him about Georgia and Florida, that matchup coming up this weekend. So a lot of great stuff happening. That was a look back at the Braves now for the first time since 1999, getting a chance to be in the World Series, winning their way in, and beating a Dodgers team that had really been fits for them over the last few years. But we'll start with you, Matt, as our and you know, and Tony as well, big baseball guys. But I know you're a big Braves fan, and I know it's right now game one starting tonight. You got to be excited about it.
Jack, I will make this public, I'm skipping church. Sorry. I'm sorry, Pastor Rick, but
church tonight?
Yeah.
You have church on Tuesday night?
Yeah. It's very
This
interesting.
is Alabama. It's on Wednesdays.
You
That's
would
when
love
Baptists go to church on
We
Wednesdays.
have mass every day. Don't talk about that.
I'm on my knees every day, but I ain't going to be going to church.
I probably shouldn't have admitted that, but it's better to stay at home and watch the game than to constantly look at my phone throughout a sermon.
I understand.
Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. It doesn't seem like it's been since 1999, but facts are facts, and it has been since 1999. And in all the years of the Braves' success since '91, when they went from worst to first and ended up losing to the Minnesota Twins, you'd figure they'd have more than one World Series victory. But the fact of the matter is, they only have the one in 1995, and I cried. But I'll cry again.
The thing is, they won 13 or 14 division championships in a row, and they only went they only won one World Series, which is amazing. And when I heard that they hadn't been to World Series in 22 years, it was a head scratcher for me, because even my Cincinnati Reds, I think, have sniffed it more than that. Then you got the Houston Astros on the other side, who everyone hates. I mean, absolutely hates. Even Houston Astro fans hate their own baseball team. They're going to the World Series for the third time in 5 years. I think they're a slight favorite to win this. So I got Houston in 7. I hope it goes 7. But as much as I want to see the Atlanta Braves win, I realize as a bettor that I always should go the other direction. So I'm going to go with the Stros. But who do you think's going to win? If you're not going with your heart.
I still think it's the Braves. There's just a little magic in them this year. There's a lot of magic.
I'd love to see Freddie Freeman have a World Series ring. He deserves it.
Let's go around the table.
But Matt,
just give us your pick. And
Matt,
how many
you said
games.
one of your fears though was that the way that they celebrated after that NLCS victory, that you're like, was that the pinnacle for the Braves for this? Was that their getting past LA, getting back to the World Series since '99? Do you still think that plays a big role going into this this matchup?
Mentally, yeah, I really think it does, because they celebrated getting to the World Series like they won the World Series, and you got to complete it. You got to finish the game, finish your run, and I think we'll find out. I think if they can jump out to a 1-0 lead, then I'll take back what I said about them running on emotions by just making it to the World Series.
All right, Lars, your thoughts.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't know who was next here. Is Sid Bream's slide into home plate the biggest play in Braves history? Was that the same year that they won the title?
No. Do y'all know who threw the ball from left field?
Barry Bonds.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I still have that call on a tape somewhere. It was one of the most exciting calls.
I was running around with a beer in my front yard.
And Barry Bonds weighed 183 pounds. He was 283 pounds when he gave up baseball.
I would have to think that Aaron's 750th home run is probably the most memorable moment in Braves history. I don't know if it's the greatest. It might be Bream.
Whatever happened to that ball?
It could be.
That'd be a good question.
Tom House, the reliever in the bullpen for the Dodgers, had it, and he donated it to Cooperstown.
So let me ask you this real quick, since you guys are talking about
right?
this.
That's cool.
What's worth more down the road, the 600th regular season TD pass from Tom Brady, or his last TD pass in his career, which of course will be a record-breaking ball as well? Because I've gone back and forth, because there's a lot of people think that no one will ever throw 600 touchdowns again. Of course, that's a regular season record. He's had more than 600 during his illustrious career because of all the playoff games. But there's something about that 600 number that a lot of people love in Major League Baseball too. When it comes to home runs, 600 is that big number. Would you rather have the last touchdown pass he ever threw, or that number 600? Which one do you think's worth more?
I think it'll be the last one.
Lars, you go.
Yeah, I think it'll be the last one. The greatest player to ever strap on a helmet and play quarterback in the NFL. His last touchdown pass, maybe even his last completion, to me is going to be worth far more than 600. I mean, 600 is nice right now and in the moment, and we're always prisoners of the moment. And but I think when Tom probably gets to 700, there'll probably be a bigger one. He's stated several times he wants to play until he's 50. So I mean, right now he's under contract for another 3 years. Bruce has said essentially that he will stay coaching as long as Tom is there. And I was on air this morning with a Tampa Bay radio station, and they the host and everyone in Tampa believes that Tom, as long as he doesn't suffer a significant injury, and that's always a possibility, that he is going to at least honor the contract and then see how he feels then at age, I guess it would be 48. And see if he could play another 2 years. I mean, George Blanda, right? He made it to 50. And people have said, like, okay, so George Blanda, is he in the Hall of Fame because he was a quarterback or a kicker? Or just his longevity. But you look at George Blanda at age 45, 44, where Tom is right now, and what Tom looks like, it's just night and day. It's his diet, it's his stretching, it is the 22 bottles filled with electrolytes of water that he drinks every day. It's working with Alex Guerrera, his body coach, every single day. It's going to bed at 8:30. Just leading an incredibly disciplined lifestyle, I think, that has enabled him to be able to play this long. But I mean, I'd love Antonio and Jay, just for you to weigh in. Like, how long do you think Tom can play? And yeah, he is at 600. Can he get to 700?
I just hope he throws more than 66. That'd be really strange. If you've got, Antonio, the last ball, I would think that would be the most valuable. Than even the 600 breaking the record, because it would be the one that holds the ultimate record, right?
You're right about that. Nick would be 80 when he finally retired from Bama, and Tom will be 65 when he finally retired from football.
Who survives? Who lasts the longest is probably the question, right?
Yeah, they'll probably battle that out.
I would say
I'm going to 80, and Tom would say I'm gonna play till I'm 65. So who knows? Who knows with those two? The way the new CBA is, Tom can play till he's 65 for real, because no one is allowed to hit him.
There we go.
So as long as he can keep his arm strong, he can play. Gonna get near him. He doesn't have to run. Hey, Jay. I mean, what? He can play till he's 65 if he wants to.
But he looks better now than he ever did. I mean, especially when he first came in the league. That's what's crazy about it. But, hey, we're about to head to break. I want to say goodbye to Tony Kurre and Tony Kurre Radio Network and KCAST Radio. Tony, tell everybody again about all that you got going on and how they can find you.
Yeah, TonyCurryRadio.net, TonyCurryRadio.net. The KCAST Radio app is up. It's changing over the Tony Kurre Radio app. We got some specialized programming with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. We got a Damon Johnson show, all kinds of different unique programs. We're 24/7. The Kurre and Claypo show with Dr. Josh Claypo and myself, Tony Kurre, live every morning between 7:30 and 9:30 on the Tony Kurre Radio app or KCAST Radio. And thank you so much for having me.
Man, always great to have you on Tuesdays with Tony Kurre. Again, Tony Kurre Radio Network and KCAST Radio. Rock and roll, that's what he plays. Classic rock and rock and roll sushi. They are a classic as well, even though they're pretty young. They've been around just a little over a decade, but man, they've grown so fast. They are the biggest hit in the restaurant business, close to 50 locations now. After starting that one and that modest location in Mobile, Alabama, it is an Alabama company. Get out, check out Rock and Roll Sushi today. You're going to absolutely love the amplified dining experience, and that you and your family, your loved ones can enjoy. And whether it's the rolls you love, with the music you love, rock and roll, with the people that you love. That's the amplified dining experience you get at Rock and Roll Sushi. Get out. There's locations all throughout our network and listening area. You'll absolutely love for lunch or dinner. That is Rock and Roll Sushi, the biggest hit in the restaurant business. I will continue live from Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anderson. We'll be here at 2 o'clock today. Come by and see us, and look forward to letting them help you find a great deal on a brand new Ford, used car, and whatever you need when it comes to that type of stuff. They'll be here for you right here at Sunny King Ford. All right, we'll be back. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
You know what happens in a plasma chamber?
Big stuff. Science stuff.
Diamonds. I'm Tom Osmond. Fincher & Osmond Jewelers carries artisan-created diamonds.
Earth and human safe.
And bigger. Lots bigger.
Fincher and Osmond diamonds from the mines or artisan-created diamonds.
They're all diamonds.
If you want to give her the big stuff, you've got to see these diamonds.
FincherandOsmond.com. A little tricky to find on McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Sip and save at Circle K with our great new drink subscription. Join Sip and Save today and enjoy one drink a day every day for just $5.99 a month. Enjoy your favorite Circle K ice cold fountain drink, Froster, or freshly ground coffee every day. That's 30 drinks a month for only $5.99. So sip and save at Circle K. Sign up in store or at CircleK.com. Circle K, take it easy.
Bodega, 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 Alpha and Omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing-a-bada, serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushy pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized.
Mersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech certifiably now.
Someone's waiting in room 2 for an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up, there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. And engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Don't miss the grand reopening of Tuscaloosa Locksmith and Gunsmith's new location this Saturday from 10 till 2 with food and door prizes. Located at 1605 23rd Avenue, Tuscaloosa.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
What a beautiful day today. A sunny sky. Tuscaloosa's high 71. Fair and cool tonight, the low 46. Tomorrow, increasingly cloudy. Rain returns late tomorrow night, the high 72. Thursday, cloudy and cooler. Rain likely much of the day, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 67 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Trade rumors, that doesn't necessarily seem like a normal week, even though it's kind of been consistent all season.
Yeah, I would say it still is a normal week. The only thing is, I really respect and appreciate his transparency, with where he's at with that. But within our conversations, I like to keep those private too. So.
Challenging, tough to block that out?
Not necessarily. Kind of how I answered Omar's question. I respect, what Flo does, and he's transparent. He sits me down. He tells me what's going on. He has, conversations with Greer, and he kind of keeps me in the loop with all of those things. But yeah, that's, I hear it, but I'm not really focused on that. So
there also was a challenging moment in the game when you guys got the takeaway, then you had the interception where you yourself and the team could have gotten down, and yet you didn't. You brought them back and had the lead. How challenging was it to go through that period, and how were you able to bring the team back?
I think it's, for any team to be down by 2 touchdowns and, having to rally the troops to go back out there and, continue to fight their butts off and continue to play. We had a lot of time in the fourth quarter. Obviously, that second interception wasn't what we wanted off of an interception that the defense gave us. But I think that's just, the testament to the kind of guys we have in the locker room, grit, fight, and finish. So
your progression, your growth.
All right, welcome back in. Sunny King Ford. That's where we're at on the sunny side of the street. Oxford and Anniston will be out at 2 o'clock today. Antonio Langham alongside as well. We got Lars down at, you see right there, Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station, and also Matt Coulter back at AVX as we got our AVX studio as well on the road here today. That was Tua. And guys, this could be a tough deal for him right now, dealing with just the media questions. Even questions last year. How do you think this impacts him as an NFL quarterback? And Matt, I'll start with you as far as just for him mentally and having to answer these questions. I mean, the questions are one thing, but to be this direct and feel like I've got to have conversations with my GM or my head coach, and he says, hey, they're being honest, but at the same time, you don't want to be having these conversations in year 2, and you don't want the fans speculating. You don't want people thinking that you're not getting the job done. Talk about the impact for a young quarterback like that.
Well, having never been in his shoes, it is an opinion, not based on experience. I feel for the guy. He had to fight his way to get into the Alabama lineup. And when he did, he lit it up. But Miami's a tough place to play, and he doesn't. I'm going to throw this continuing to Lars. He really doesn't have a whole lot of support, does he? I mean, as far as other players.
No, let's just look at his performance the last 2 weeks. 6 touchdowns versus 3 interceptions, 620 yards, so an average of 310 a game. Completion percentage, 74.7. 2 go-ahead fourth quarter touchdown drives, and according to PFF, he's got the 4th best quarterback grade over the last 2 weeks. So at what point are people going to get off of Tua's back? And I think more and more people are finally saying, like, look, Miami needs to rebuild around Tua, rebuild the offensive line, and forget this nonsense of bringing Deshaun Watson in. I mean, you want a circus, you bring that guy into South Florida, I just can't believe, based on how he's been playing, that there is now still this speculation that Miami is ready to throw in the towel. I mean, again, according to PFF, last week, the 2 highest graded Miami Dolphins on offense were Jalen Waddle and Tua. And I just I don't know. And also, I mean, I could list all these stats, right, that show that Tua is actually playing at a very high level. The wins aren't there. And the loss to the Jaguars over in London last week didn't help because Jacksonville was riding a 20-game losing streak, but you can't put that on Tua. So Jay, just hearing these statistics and everything I've been spouting off, and just with your own eyes, what you've seen, Your analysis of Tua and his progression as an NFL quarterback with Miami.
Yeah, I think it's a learning process. I mean, I think that you grow into it, right? I mean, I think everybody expects a rookie just to walk in the door and be everything that they were, whether they're in high school to college, college to pro. In the game, the speed of the game and the decision making has to be so much quicker. I've told you before, Tua is one of those guys that, I think as far as working on understanding a lot of things in the playbook, from high school and college, I think he got away with being a guy that can almost like play an instrument without reading music. We've talked about that, Lars. And he just had such an instinct about him that even if he didn't get the read right, he could throw the guy open. And in the NFL, you don't have those type of opportunities, and you have to move through your progression very, very quickly, and you got to be accurate with your throws. And he understands that. That's the hardest position in football is quarterback. Corner with Antonio, who was sitting next to me earlier, I mean, that's probably the next one. And in both of those, you got to have thick skin and you got to have a short memory. And you got to move past things. But you also got to have a people around you, support staff, as Matt talked about, not just on the field, but off the field, people that believe in you and let you be the leader of the team and grow up as a quarterback of that team. If they believe to draft you in the spot that they drafted him, they should be pouring everything they can into him, letting people know that he's the leader, he's the guy, because in a sense, this is kind of undermined him. And I think that's what he worries about the most as the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, that he wants to be the leader, wants to be respected. And I know that comes with play, but I mean, the guy just came off a huge hip injury. He did not have a normal offseason last year. I mean, this is really his first year of coming in prepared, and let's just see how it plays out. I mean, he's done it at every level, and I think everybody thought that he would be good at this level as well, Matt. And, it just hadn't panned out yet, even though the numbers look really good. I agree with you. I think he needs more surrounding cast around him that's going to improve his play.
In total transparency here, I don't follow the NFL like I used to, so I'm openly admitting that. I follow the Packers at every corner. But I think I'm guilty of what a lot of NFL fans are. And that's I look at the Dolphins' record, and unfairly to Tua, I immediately associate the losses and attribute them because of his lack of play or successful play. But Lars just made me go bug-eyed with the stats he just threw at us for the last 2 weeks. 3 touchdowns, an average of 3 touchdowns and 1 interception per game and 310 yards. And then you blew me away. His completion percentage is 74%. Now I do believe what I said earlier, and man, he's got no help.
Yeah, and Pete Prisco of CBS Sports, who I really respect, I've gotten to know Pete over the years very well. I mean, he has been adamant about this, that it is the offensive line at Miami. I mean, they may have the worst offensive line in the NFL, and Tua's getting beat up. He doesn't have time. And it's sort of the exact opposite of what he had at Alabama with several first rounders blocking for him. So, I mean, Jay, maybe you could do it. I know you can do a better job than me explaining how important the offensive line is to a quarterback, especially a young quarterback in the NFL, just trying to figure out still the speed of the game.
Yeah, it's normally the biggest thing that hurts them if they don't have the line. I mean, Tony brought it up early. We used to talk about it all the time that, and I've told you, if I drafted a team, I would start in the trenches. I would start with first round offensive linemen and first round defensive linemen. I would build that for the first 2 or 3 years and go out and get a veteran quarterback, because if you don't have that, you need experience at that position to get rid of the ball, to read coverages, to see fronts, to do all the things that he can do quickly because he's been there, done that. And then go out and get, once you develop that, the guys behind them that can play and they can run, that can do the things that need to happen in order for you to be successful. So, but it's a process, and I think teams give up too much. We've talked about this too. I think developmental part of a quarterback is the playing experience, the speed of the game, and I really think if the NFL, I think they should invest more in saying, hey, we're going to save some roster spots. Maybe it's, keeping an extra quarterback or two for developmental type stuff. I just think that would help the league at that position more than anything else. I think too many guys go in, they never get really a shot, never get a chance to develop as an NFL quarterback. And once they get there, it's, they're kind of in and out and done. I think some of those guys may have had the potential. I mean, think about Brady. I mean, if Bledsoe does not get hurt, other guys in front of him, I mean, he was like 4th, 5th string. I mean, they were talking about trading him. They kept him. Bob Kraft said, no, let's, keep him here, maybe put him on the practice squad. I mean, can you imagine if all of a sudden this guy never got a chance to really prove himself? I mean, there would be no Tom Brady. There would be no 600 touchdown that we saw this past weekend. So I think the development of quarterback is just different than all positions. I want to say most all positions.
I mean,
on that field, and he just needs time to develop.
Jay, you remember we've discussed this. His rookie year, Tom Brady was the very last guy on the Patriots roster to make the active roster. And that year, the Patriots carried 4 quarterbacks because they feared, especially Bill Belichick, if they tried to hide him away on the practice squad, somebody was going to come and pluck Brady away. So they carried 4. Maybe you would be able to name the 4 that they carried, but if they hadn't done that, like all of Tom Brady's story could be radically different. It was just belief in Tom Brady and the coaches, and Belichick believed in him. I mean, it took a long time, but I hope Brian Flores, the coach at Miami, just keeps believing in him. And I don't know where these rumors are coming from about Deshaun Watson, but it has got, when you're a team that's losing, and Jay, you're hearing these rumors that they may bring in another quarterback, and already people are speculating that Tua then would be shipped to Washington because they're in desperate need of a quarterback, and Washington has a great defense, and maybe they're just like a quarterback away from being a really force in the NFC East. If you're Tua, I mean, how can you block that out?
It's tough, and I'm not so sure if you're not talking to your agent saying, hey, start looking around. I mean, if I'm going to have people here that aren't supporting me, or if I'm not getting the people around me that I need to be successful, then I've got to find a place to do that. You only got so many years to prove it. And, and no matter if you're a first-round draft pick or not, I think first-round, second-round guys get more leadway because of the money that's been spent. I think the NFL protects that a little bit. But, look, he's going to be fine, and hopefully it'll be in Miami. I think Miami fans, think about the excitement they had of getting him, tank for Tua and all the things that we heard for over that last year of his career. So we'll see how it all kind of plays out. Some other NFL news real quick before we get to break. It was this today, I guess, earlier, Steelers coach Mike Tomlin emphatically said that he's not contemplating a move to college coaching ranks. Pretty interesting, his quote, what he said. He said, hey, guys, I don't have time for the speculation. I mean, that's a joke to me. I got one of the best jobs in all of professional sport. Why would I have any interest in coaching college football? That will be the last time I address it, not only today, but moving forward. Never say never, but never, okay?
So that's not a denial.
Else got any questions about any college job, there's not a booster with a big enough blank check. So,
but
that's
Jay,
his comments about that.
Is that an abject denial, 100% denial?
He said, never say never. And he goes, never. Okay. I said, okay. So he was admitting that you never say never, but I think
that's a double negative.
And he's right.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain.
But
Grammar.
why would you take a college job from the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, God.
Because he knows he
one of
might,
the top
because
jobs.
he's about ready to lose Ben Roethlisberger, and he doesn't have a QB of the future, and could lose his job in a couple years. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think he's done a great job with the Steelers.
No, he has.
But it's leverage, right? The blank check. So we'll see what happens with that. But that seemed like to me that he's saying he's not even going to look at it. Hey, Fully Promoted can help you get fully promoted when it comes to any of your brands, your business. If you need help with that, whether it comes to caps, types of team gear, promotional products, putting your apparel or logo on your apparel, trade show items, and printed materials, they provide access to samples you can actually touch and feel. Personalized service as well when it comes to selection and decoration methods of your brand and taking your brand to the next level. So call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430. Mention you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show. That special offer, that's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue hour number 2. We're live from Sunny King Ford. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape along with your gait and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.co. Letter C, letter O.
Yeah, well, D-Rob has been a real consistent performer for us. I think that the more he plays, the better he gets. He's been a really effective runner. He's got power. He makes people miss. I think the biggest thing he's improved on is being a very consistent receiver. He's catching the ball very well and making plays in the passing game, which was one of the things that he needed to improve on, and I think he's done a fantastic job of that. Yeah, Bryce really played well in the game. I think he got frustrated, a couple times, but he was very consistent. He made some big plays. We made some big plays. We missed a couple other big plays that we could have made. But I thought his consistency and performance was really, really good. And I thought the way he controlled the game, especially on third down. And we struggled to run the ball, early, which kind of put us in some third and not great manageable situations. And we converted on those. And that was really important early in the game, especially in the first drive.
All right, Coach Saban on B-Rob and also on Bryce Young. And again, we're live from Sunny King Ford as we continue broadcasting till 2 p.m. today. And great to be out with Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sunny King Ford. Again, Bryce Young, his numbers 31 of 43, 371 yards, and a very strong effort by him. And, even he had two drops, especially the one early on by Jamison, and then also J. Hill Billings, which both could have been perfectly placed balls that could have gone for big yardage and even touchdowns there early in the game. And he did run the ball, as I've heard Coach Saban talk about guys that there are no design runs. But, man, when he pulls it down, he can make people miss the way that he's able to back up in the pocket and spin around. And, man, he breaks ankles back there. And he did it on down the field as well. But he had 10 rushes for 42 yards and 2 scores in this game on Saturday. So, really, Lars bringing out everything, all the skills in that win against Tennessee this past weekend to really pull Alabama away after we saw Bryce and Nick Saban together on the sidelines talking, and he took over from there.
Yeah, I still think that was one of the most special moments I've seen in a long time. At Coach Saban, like literally head to head with Bryce Young after Bryce was a little bit disappointed and frustrated with what was happening on the field, and it was sort of a tender like almost father-son moment, and it's a rare one to see, Matt, on the sideline. And right now, if you look at the Heisman odds, I think that Bryce still has a slim lead over Matt Corral. I really think it's going to come down to the two of those. I think there's such a gap between them, between those two and everyone else. We're just going to have to see sort of how things play out. But I think Bryce is in really good position to become the first. Am I right about this? Yeah, I am. I think first quarterback in Alabama history to win the Heisman Trophy, Matt. But just your assessment of Bryce Young at this point of the season.
I wonder if there was a point in practice in the game, maybe Nick said it on the sidelines in the Tennessee game, or some point in the season where maybe Bill O'Brien said, listen, I don't want you to run the football, but when you've got real estate in front of you, you think you can score or get the first down, go ahead and pull it down and run. Because in the early part of the season, it looked to me like that's the last thing he wanted to do. But particularly in the game against Tennessee, he didn't seem bothered at all, hesitant to just pull it down and run with the football. Jay, I'm not trying to be funny, but did anybody like an offensive coordinator or maybe even Gene Stallings said, Jay, I don't want you to run with it, but don't be afraid to pull it down and go?
Yeah, he'd much rather me pull it down and go than try to make the throw and throw an interception. He'd rather me take the sack than throw the interception. He was like, put it back in our, on the side of the defense, especially early on in my career. But it's I think it's instinctions, that he has, that instincts that he's, just from playing the game and playing the position for so long. I think he just, has that great feel for in the pocket, the way he moves around. Again, the way he steps back, the way he'll spin out of something and then get down the field and can make a guy miss and then get low in order to kind of protect himself. I think that's the worry for Coach Saban right now. They just don't want to see him get injured. And, they've invested so much in him, whether it be in practice, spring ball this past spring, the amount of reps that he's gotten compared to the other quarterbacks. And They got some good ones that are going to be coming up, but he's the guy right now, and he's the one that can lead this team to another chance to play for another national championship. There's the picture right there of Coach Saban and Bryce sideline, and a look that we don't normally see from Coach Saban. And again, they're able to capture that on the TV and the lighting and everything. I think
that is
adds
really
a lot
cool
of,
picture.
A lot of emotion to it.
That is a really cool
really
picture. It's one of those things that picture's worth 1,000 words, to use a cliche. But hey, current Heisman odds via FanDuel.com: Bryce Young +125, Matt Corral +350, C.J. Stroud, the quarterback at Ohio State, +450. And then Kenny Pickett, the quarterback at Pitt, +900. Pickett is sort of gathering some steam right now. Played terrific against Clemson. Stroud is going to have his moment in the spotlight against Michigan. What it looks like is going to be shaping up an undefeated Michigan team playing Ohio State. And you got to remember that conference championship games count in these. In the Heisman. So if Bryce Young has good game against Auburn and then plays well against Georgia, I mean, it's really Bryce Young's Heisman to lose, I think, at this point, Matt.
Well, and if he can lead Alabama to complete the regular season undefeated and then makes key plays in a win over Georgia in the SEC championship game, he's in. It's done. It's over with. He'll win it. Because as much as you kind of like to see the underdogs and all, there's only one Paul Hornung. What did he win? 2 games and still won the Heisman? No one can convince me that being at Alabama or a Texas or even a Georgia doesn't help you just from visibility, if nothing else. I mean, Jay, do you think if you'd have had similar statistics at another school, would you have placed so high in the Heisman voting?
Most definitely, Matt.
Oh, Matt.
No,
you lofted him. You lofted him that softball.
I threw it right in his wheelhouse. I hope
Exactly.
the Astros do that to the Braves.
That's right. No, it does, and it helped even more then than it does now. I mean, the exposure you get even playing at other schools is so different. When Antonio and I were playing, I mean, you were hoping to get on TV 3 or 4 times a year on the national scale. You might be on JP or some other local or regional type stations, but you wanted to be on ESPN, ABC, and playing those big moments, those big games. And you're right. I mean, I can't deny that was definitely, that brand helps. Not only then, it helps now with these guys that are playing as well. So great stuff. All right, as we move to break, and again, Matt there at AVX in our studio in Birmingham, Alabama, and Lars down at our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM. Antonio and I here at Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street till 2 o'clock. And really appreciate Tony, Russell, and all the great folks here having us out. And also come see Max. I keep saying come see Max. He'll sell you whatever you're looking for, right? All right, as we continue live from the AVX on the road, I want to remind you as well about Local Realty and Jeremy, Gina Miller, just great people, great team, and they want to help you save money when it comes to selling your home. And you're going to sound like the kid in the background. You're going to be so excited about doing work with Local Realty because they're going to save you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars, because their flat fee is $2,900 flat fee on the sell side, up to a $500,000 listing. So that's $1,000 back in your pockets, your equity. You deserve it as well. Go to localrealtyflatfee.com to find out more information. Localrealtyflatfee.com for more information on Local Realty. All right, we'll return. Stay with us. We finish up hour number 2.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Has the pandemic affected your business? Even with more and more customers going online in the past 5 years, online business has grown greatly due to the pandemic. Now more than ever, it's important to have a strong online presence so that customers can find your business and products easily. That's where Townsquare comes in to help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis to see how your business stands up to the competition. And if you're one of the first to sign up, you'll get 5 $500 in free advertising on this radio station. That's mylocalcustomers.com. Town Square not only can help you find more local customers online, they'll also help you grow your business to a new level with premium website services. And new leads every day and no contracts to sign. There's no better time to join. Not only that, Town Square also has a dedicated marketing specialist who will be with you every step of the way, making changes that will benefit you and especially your business. It's fast, easy, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. So hurry to mylocalcustomers.com and get your $500 in free advertising today.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
Van the Bootman here, inviting you to shop the great selection of Carhartt products at both locations of Irvin's. We have many styles of Carhartt logo tees, as well as some new colors in both Carhartt loose fit, heavyweight pocket tees, and the ever popular Force Relax Fit midway tees in both long and short sleeves. Irvin's also has a nice selection of Carhartt hoodies for both men and women. While shopping at Irvin's, don't forget to check out all the new Carhartt caps and beanies in great new colors that you're sure to love. So remember, Carhartt at Irvin's, and tell them Van the Bootman sent you.
But we have a truck leaving with a big order on Tuesday.
Tina's floor manager retired, leaving her tortilla factory flat out.
What do you mean she's on a silent retreat?
She must fill the role and all those orders.
I'll oversee production.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522. Don't wait. Call now. 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522.
Don't miss the grand reopening of Tuscaloosa Locksmith and Gunsmith's new location this Saturday from 10 till 2 with food and door prizes. Located at 1605 23rd Avenue, Tuscaloosa.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
What a beautiful day today. A sunny sky. Tuscaloosa's high 71. Fair and cool tonight, below 46. Tomorrow, increasingly cloudy. Rain returns late tomorrow night, the high 72. Thursday, cloudy and cooler. Rain likely much of the day, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 67 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
King Ford here in Oxford Anderson on Sunnyside Street. Grab your mic. And Antonio Langham's been with us as well for the last 2 hours. And you've been back there messing with Tony Russell. I saw.
Yeah,
I want to be like Tony. Like I want to be like Mike.
I had to deal with Tony because we're in the process of renegotiating my contract over here at Sonny King Ford, and I had to get Tony when I can get him and let him know that I don't like the wording in my contract right now. We need to go back and look my contract over, or either you tell me what my buyout is.
Yeah, what was the wording? What was the issue? It didn't say free.
No, it didn't say free. I needed to say free for free.
For free.
I need the free for free for free.
I love it. I love
Antonio,
it.
do you really need to have
tonight? Go ahead.
Do you need to have your hoodie up? Really?
Yeah. What?
Do you need to have your hoodie up? Is it
It's
cold
cool
in
in here.
there?
Lars, you asking me about my hoodie could be racist.
What?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Leave me and my hoodie alone, Lars.
That shut him up, didn't it?
Yeah, that shut him up quick, didn't it? Why do you wear your glasses on your nose, tip of your nose? Really, I want to know that. Why?
Because I'm
there. You go.
I'm
Push them
reading
up on your face, man. There you go.
They're reading
He doesn't
glasses.
need them to sit
They're
right
reading
down there.
glasses. Yeah. No, I wear them
If
just
you
to
gotta
look
push them way down on the
distinguished.
tip of your nose to read. You need to just take them off.
You do the Chris Pringle thing. Take them right.
Yeah,
down
exactly.
Very. Wow, are we done?
So,
Love
Matt,
you,
real quick,
Antonio. Love you,
man. I
brother.
tell you, it's been a
I
fly.
love you too, Lars.
Been a fast show.
You're the best.
Matt, for tonight coming up, you got the Braves and Astros. What's your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts are how I'm going to apologize enough for telling everybody, Rick Owsley, I'm not going to church tonight. That's going to be my big. Or my grandson's playing a football game, so I'll be parked in front of the television. You know, having worked with me, how much I love the Atlanta Braves, and I'll finish up by the end of this. Okay. Whoa.
There you go. Awesome. All right. Lars Anderson down at Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station. And there's Matt Coulter. Tony Kurre joined us as well. Tomorrow we got Shane Matthews going to join us at 12:30. So tune in for that. And we'll talk Florida, Georgia. From Antonio Langham, I'm Jay Barker. We've been live from Sunny King Forward. Thanks for being with us. And God bless. Have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow for the Wednesday edition.